Hey guys, it's Sandeep with Fonearena and this is the review of the Lenovo Vibe K4 Note, the successor to last year's K3 Note. Even though it has a 5.5-inch display and offers Dolby Atmos audio experience similar to the K3 Note, this has a completely different design and also includes a fingerprint sensor. For the price of Rs 11,999, the specifications of the smartphone look good on paper. How about the overall experience? Let's find out in the complete review. The Vibe K4 Note has a 5.5-inch Full HD display at a resolution of 1080p by 1920 and a pixel density of about 400 ppi. Since it has 450 nits of brightness, it is bright, offers vibrant color output, sunlight legibility, and the viewing angles are good too. Even though the display is glossy, it doesn't attract fingerprints easily and it has Corning Gorilla Glass 3 for protection to prevent the display from scratches. It has a screen to body ratio of 71%, almost similar to the K3 Note, even though this has dual front-facing speakers. Even though it's just 76.5mm wide, it is 153.6mm tall, making it slightly taller than some smartphones with a 5.5-inch screen. It has a 5MP front-facing camera with OmniVision OV5693 sensor and f2.2 aperture. The earpiece is also present under a speaker grill. The usual set-up proximity and ambient light sensors are present in the bezel above the display. Capacitive touch buttons are present below the display. These are not backlit but offer haptic feedback when pressed. The second speaker is present below these buttons as well. Thanks to stereo speakers and Dolby Atmos, audio quality is quite brilliant. The smartphone has a brushed metal finish on the sides and is 9.15mm thick. The volume rockers and the power button that are present on the right side also have a metal finish. The 3.5mm audio jack is present at the top and the micro USB slot is present at the bottom along with the microphone hole. It has a 13MP rear camera with Samsung S5K 3M2 ISOCELL sensor with 1.12 micropixel size, face detection autofocus, f2.2 aperture and a dual tone LED flash. The camera UI is simple and apart from auto mode, it also has an HDR mode. You can enable quick snap option in the settings that lets you double press any of the volume keys in order to quickly snap a picture by launching the camera even when the screen is locked. Coming to the image quality, daylight shots are quite decent, macro shots are good, but it's hard to focus most of the times if it's a small object even though it has face detection autofocus. HDR shots are too bright so colors are not perfect and there's also exposure issues in daylight. Low light shots have noise as usual but the images are not too bad. Images with flash are decent and the dual tone flash helps to bring a natural tone but it might become overpowering sometimes. The phone doesn't offer a manual mode. The front-facing camera is good for selfies and video chats. Colors are vibrant and the images are sharp as well. It can record videos at 1080p Full HD resolution at 30 fps. Overall, the phone has a decent camera. It weighs 158 grams, which is acceptable since it has a huge battery. The plastic back cover is prone to smudges but is not visible since it is black. You can use the bundle clear cover for extra protection as well. Opening the back cover reveals a huge 3300 mAh built-in battery. The primary micro SIM slot is present on the left side of the camera, while the secondary micro SIM slot is present on the right side. The micro SD card needs to be inserted on the side of the secondary SIM, so you need to remove the micro SD card if you want to switch the second SIM. While most of the budget and mid-range smartphones come with a hybrid SIM slot, it is a good thing to see that Lenovo is offering dedicated slots for both SIMs and micro SDs. The phone has a fingerprint sensor on the back below the camera. The placement of the sensor on the back is perfect since it is where your index finger rests by default when you're holding the phone. It is quick to unlock the phone most of the times and it gives haptic feedback only when it doesn't recognize your fingerprint. You can only add 2 fingerprints while some of the phones offer options to store up to 5 fingerprints. This is acceptable since most will just use index fingers to unlock the phone. Lenovo also introduces ANT VR headset for Rs 1299 along with the phone and also offered it as a bundle at Rs 12,499. The headset is similar to the Google Cardboard but this has better build quality and supports phones from 4.5 inches to 6 inches. In addition to offering 360-degree experience for movies and videos, it also has a built-in split-screen mode that lets you view the whole UI using the VR headset. Coming to the software, it runs on Android Lollipop 5.1 with Lenovo's own Vibe UI on top. The company has not announced when it plans to roll out Android 6.0 Marshmallow update for the smartphone yet. It has a wide touch feature that lets you create a floating bar. Smart Scene lets you create scenes for different time period or places. And since the phone has NFC feature, you can use NFC tags to activate a scene. Out of 3 GB of RAM, 2.84 GB of RAM is usable, out of which 1.9 GB of RAM is free when the phone is idle with just the system apps running in the background. Out of 16 GB of internal storage, you get about 9 GB of usable storage, and you can set the SD card as the default write disk. When set, you can move compatible apps to it as well. Google Play Music is the default music player, and it has FM radio with recording. Thanks to Dolby Atmos, the Wolfson WM8281 audio codec, and dual front facing speakers, the loudspeaker output is brilliant and clear even at full volume. Audio output through headphones is brilliant as well compared to most other smartphones in the price range. It has 4G support with support of 4G LTE Band 40 and Band 3 for India. Both the SIMs support 4G, but you can enable 4G only on one SIM at a time while the other goes to 2G. You can set the default SIM for voice call, messaging, or data connection. It has support for Wi-Fi 802.11a, B, G, N, and AC that you rarely find in phones in this price range. It also has NFC as well as support for USB OTG. The phone is powered by a 1.3 GHz octa-core MediaTek MT6753 processor. Performance is good without any lag in the UI, even though UI consumes more RAM. Thanks to 3 GB of RAM, multitasking is smooth too. It gets a bit warm during gaming or 4G use, but we did not face any issues with heating. It has a 450 MHz Mali T720 MP3 GPU. We tested some high-end games on the smartphone, and graphics were good, but the performance is not smooth in some high-end games. Overall, it scored 3.5 out of 5 in our gaming review. Coming to the battery life, the 3300 mAh battery doesn't offer impressive battery life. On a full charge, it lasts for less than a day on 4G with both the SIMs on use. It has a power saver mode and also an ultimate power saver mode that enables only calling and messaging for several days of standby. It achieved a one charge rating of just 9 hours and 1 minute, which is not impressive even though it packs a huge battery. Overall, the Lenovo Vibe K4 Note is an impressive smartphone for the price of Rs 11,999. It has a good display, solid build quality, brilliant audio output, and a good enough camera. In addition, it also comes with dedicated dual SIM and micro SD card slots. Gaming performance could have been better, and the battery life is not impressive. If you're on a tight budget, can manage with the above average battery life, and don't play high end games, you can easily go for the Vibe K4 Note. Otherwise, you can choose the Vibe P1 with a huge 5000 mAh battery that offers a great battery life and slightly better gaming performance. Listed here are the pros and cons of the device. Do hit the like button if you like this video and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.